What's up, Norberg Nation? How's it going? When you're trying to improve your racing, many of you guys think about starting with your braking, steering input, or even your throttle control. But honestly, one of the biggest mistakes I see drivers making is that they don't know where they are looking while they're driving. Most drivers are driving off of reaction because their eyes are behind them and not ahead of them. The faster drivers you see on the racetrack aren't just driving faster because they're better, they're driving faster because they're seeing things faster. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly where your eyes should be focused on the racetrack. This is not only going to help you react quicker on the racetrack, but it's going to help you carry more momentum and immediately smooth out your driving. So the first thing you need to understand is that the kart follows where your eyes go. Wherever your eyes go, your hands and body naturally follow. If you look over your left shoulder, the kart's gonna go left. If you look over your right, the kart goes right. If you look at the curb, you're gonna hit the curb. And if you're looking at the driver's bumper in front of you, you're gonna have to react to their mistakes instead of taking advantage of them. Faster drivers are always looking ahead. And that leads us to our first point. Stay one step ahead. And this is probably one of the biggest things that separates an inexperienced driver to an experienced driver. At every point of the corner, your eyes should be one step ahead. Before you get into the corner, you need to have your eyes focused on where your braking zone is going to be. As you approach the corner, try to point a relative area of where you're hoping to brake for this corner. Right before you reach the braking zone, your eyes should then shift to the apex. At this point, you've already determined where you're going to brake, and your eyes have shifted over before you've even got into the brakes. This is staying one step ahead. As you get closer to the apex of the corner, your eyes should start to drift to the exit of the corner. Again, staying one step ahead. And as you come out of the exit of the corner, you should already be preparing for your next corner. You never want your eyes to get stuck on the part of the racetrack that you're currently on. Again, this makes you reactive to the racetrack that you're on. You become a reactive driver and not a proactive driver. This is how a smooth driver continues to stay smooth. Before they've hit the curb, they already know that they have to brace for impact. Before they slide on the exit, they already know what kind of countermeasures they need to take before they get there. This is all because a good driver is staying one step ahead. So when you're on the racetrack, don't drive where you are, drive where you are going. And again, just to go over it one more time, when you go into the corner, look towards your braking zone. As you're getting into the braking zone, look towards the apex. And once you get to the apex, look towards the exit of the corner. The next thing that I want to talk about, and this is a problem that's affecting many drivers on the racetrack, is how to see through your competitor. I'm sure all of you guys have heard that you need to look through the driver in front of you. The problem that many drivers have is that when they're following another driver, you stare directly at the driver in front of you's bumper. What this does is it makes you fall victim to any mistakes that they might have made. I see it constantly where a driver catches another driver and then they get stuck behind them for 2 or 3 laps before they're eventually able to pass on the straightaway. We don't want to only make straightaway passes. We want to make passes in the corners. But the way we do that is to look through our competitors. But how do we do that? Well, let me run you through a little drill here. In this photo, I want you to look at the driver in front of me's bumper. Stare directly at it. Now that you're staring directly at the driver's bumper, don't move your eyes and try to point out where the apex of the corner is. If you're staring at the driver's bumper, this is very difficult. Now, I want you to shift your eyes to the apex. Look at the apex of the corner. Can you still see the driver in front of you? Yes, you can. Even though you're looking at the apex, you're still seeing the driver in front of you. Now, let's look at the fence beyond the apex. Now that we're looking at the fence, we can see the apex and the driver in front of us. Now, do we need to be looking that far while we're racing? No, but staying one step ahead is going to keep all of the necessary information in front of us while we're driving through the corner. Now that you understand that you can see more information when you're driving, I want you to understand the science of why this is better. Your peripheral vision is much faster than your central vision. So while your eyes are focused on the apex, you're able to process more information much faster. So as you're looking at the apex, you can see if the driver is making a mistake in front of you. You'll still be able to hit your braking zones while also not letting the other driver affect how you go through the corner. But if that driver makes a mistake, instead of you reacting to their mistake, you're driving your racing line and you're able to capitalize on their mistake. This is the most important part of looking past your competitors. We want to be able to see our marks and hit our marks while also taking advantage of mistakes that the other driver is making and not letting them affect our racing. So this is a very important thing. Make sure you stay one step ahead when you're following another driver. Keep your eyes down the racetrack. Use your peripheral vision to see your competitors. If you do this, you'll start seeing openings in the corner much faster. You won't feel like you're stuck behind another driver because you'll be running your faster racing line and you'll be able to pinpoint exactly when you need to make the move. Don't chase the cart ahead. Look through them. And the final place that you're looking that's not helping you on the racetrack is behind you. Now, obviously, there are times where we need to look behind. When you're making an important race-altering decision and you need to know where the other driver is, obviously, this is a moment where looking behind is helpful. But many inexperienced drivers let looking behind hurt their race. The reason you shouldn't look back is because if you're not making a race-altering decision, you are just losing focus on where you need to be going. When I'm coming through the field, I'm never looking back. I'm always keeping my eyes forward. The reason being is I want to go forward. You go where your eyes go, just like we talked about in the beginning of this video. If I'm looking at the drivers in front of me, I'll catch the drivers in front of me. If I'm staring at the drivers behind me, I'll get closer to the drivers behind me. If you're not going to alter your line, if you're not going to defend, if you're not going to change something based on the information you're gathering by looking back, keep your head forward. If looking back isn't going to change your next move, don't do it. It's a waste of time and it's drawing you off the mental focus that you need to race fast. And the biggest thing is looking back is normally taken as a sign of weakness. Constantly looking back shows fear and it tells the other driver behind you that they are in control of your race. If this video helped, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you follow these tips, you'll be shocked to see how much faster and smoother you'll become. And remember, fast drivers don't just react faster, they see things faster because they're staying one step ahead. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.